Hey, this is Michael Pena with Teens Want to Know, and today we're here at the first annual Detroit Party, benefiting the Detroit Creativity Project. Some LA comedy VIPs and Detroit natives came together for one special night to support the Detroit Creativity Project, a program which provides 10-week lessons in improvisational theater, taught by professional improv actors to Detroit public schools and youth in the juvenile justice system. We asked a few of the attendees about the value of improv for youth and what misconceptions they'd like to clear up about Detroit. Here's what they had to say.
They never had something like this when I was a kid, you know, but went to some dreadful summer camp that nobody liked, but now it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And Detroit's having some problems. It's still a very nice city, though.
Mm-hmm. So now tell us about your Mojo sketch comedy group.
Well, we've been doing it for quite a few years. We meet once a week, and a lot of people bring in sketches, and we cast it right there. And we get up, and everyone's very supportive, and they'll say, that's very funny. And then maybe every month or so, we decide to put a show up someplace. We've done it across the street at the Second City Theater, or a little theater called Bang, which was down on Fairfax, which is now closed. But just one night, in and out, and it's just always fun, and it keeps you, a lot of actors have script reading events every week just to keep your skills sharp. And I have about 6 boxes at home full of sketches. Half of them are good, and the other half are terrible. But once a week you write something, and it's more of a social evening too, and we just have a lot of fun.
Detroit's pretty cool. Great spirit. People are great. Tigers almost won the World Series. So
yeah. Well, now the TCP gives free improv training to kids.
I know.
What do you think is the biggest impact that comedy training will have in these kids?
I think improv and learning comedy in general there's confidence you can learn. You learn how to interact with people. It's a great skill. Anytime you need to get a job, you're comfortable, you're not afraid to look silly. Certainly the fact that I'm not afraid to look like an idiot a lot, if a joke doesn't land or you're doing a comedy bit and it's not your best show, you're prepared for other situations that to some people would be very embarrassing, but to you, maybe it's not so bad. So,
hey, I'm Nyima Funk.
And I'm Joshua Funk.
And are you too funky?
We are very, very funky.
It's a crazy house.
Yeah.
We're very funky at home.
When you're out on the streets of Detroit, it seems very unsafe, and I think what people don't know is that behind the doors there's a lot of creativity going on and a lot of talented people on the other side of those walls that you see.
It definitely is. It's a creative juggernaut. I mean, the people in Detroit are some of the most creative people in the country.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Josh and Nyima sing. I can't wait to see the videos. I'm so excited about the event. I don't want it to be over. I'm excited it started, and I might sleep here tonight. There is so much art and theater in the city of Detroit that people would never even imagine. There's warehouses that have 2 and 3 theaters in them, art galleries, a lot of music, underground music, and the sense of community is still there. So people who don't know, they don't get it. They come into town, they're like, I see a burned out building. My thing is, get over it and start looking for cool stuff, and you will find it if you look.
There's been so much incredible talent that has come from, kind of this, I think what we perceive as a struggling city, and it's really nice to be here tonight and being a part of a group that's giving back to that, so we can kind of try to turn that reputation around. But I think if people knew how many incredible performers throughout the past 50 years, 100 years have come out of that place, I think they might look at Detroit a little differently.
Hello, teens. My name is Paul F. Tompkins. I'm a comedian and actor.
And what are you most excited for about today's event?
I am excited that it's a program that helps other people get to do what I do, which is create art through a performing medium. That was a pretty smart answer. I'm pretty impressed with myself.
What do you think is the biggest impact that comedy classes have for these children?
I think it will allow them to get in touch with expressing themselves and to learn to be unafraid. Because one of the things about improv is you really have to just kind of put yourself out there. You have to throw yourself into something, and if you can do that, you can cope with other experiences in life better. Yeah.
Well, now it's time.
I think the biggest misconception about Detroit right now is that they're done. Detroit is on the comeback. Detroit is rebuilding itself.
Yes.
Detroit is a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah, and Detroiters are huge dreamers, and they believe in their city, and they will do whatever it takes to make that happen. Really great town.
So now the DCB does provide free improv classes to kids, right? What do you think is the biggest impact that these comedy classes will have for the children?
It's less about comedy as much as it is about communication skills. It builds such confidence. When you work together to create something out of nothing in improvisation, it's a great life skill. It teaches you that less than we think about the world is scary. And so it's a great self-confidence builder. It builds self-esteem. You build interview skills and language skills. It's great teamwork play.
Yeah, the graduates have said it's helped them like with interviews for jobs or for college and just working with each other.
It's great. It's great to see a bunch. There's a real Detroit Mafia here in LA, as there is a lot of places, and it's good to see some old Michigan pals.
So now tell us something people would be surprised to know about you.
I'm actually a 7-foot-tall black man. My name's John Sally. I used to play for the...
Well, now it's time for our time machine question. If you could travel back in time and give one piece of advice to your teen self, what would it be?
Yeah, stop that. Just about everything. Just stop that. Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception about the city that you'd most like to clear?
That it's a dead city. There's so much going on there. It's really fun, and everybody should know that.
If you could travel back in time and give one piece of advice to your teen self, what would it be?
Don't be so weird.
It's my favorite city in the entire world. It's got a lot of heart. It's just been beaten up, but it survives. And if it survived all this, you can't kill it. So we might as well love it, feed it, and invest in it.
Well, now the DCP offers free improv classes to kids. What do you think is the biggest impact that the classes will have on these teens?
Well, for me, personally, when improv hit my life, I finally was able to talk to people. I was able to socialize, interact. The confidence, you step into your fear because you're like, I don't want to do that. What if I fail? You fail all the time at improv, and then you go, oh, it doesn't matter. For students to get that and be confident, it just opens doors in their lives.
Hey, we're here with Lynn Rajskub. So what are you most excited for about today's event?
I can't wait to get in there, and hopefully some people will have their clothes off.
Hey, what do you think is the best part about the city that people don't know about?
There's a lot, well, mostly the people. There's a lot of great architecture. A lot of that architecture is kind of falling apart, but it's a really, it's kind of a neat place if you get to know it.
Well, now it's time for our time machine question. If you could travel back in time and give one piece of advice to your teen self, what would it be?
Oh, geez. Don't do it. Come on, let's get serious. To my teen self, I would be like, why don't you smile some more and have a good time? And then my teen self would go, I don't know how. I hate you. And then I would be like, don't hate yourself. Try to love yourself. And then my teen self would be like, you. And then my adult self would be like, relax, man, take it easy. Everyone's just trying to have a good time.
Awesome. Lynn, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Teens want to know. Teens want to know.
Hi, I'm Fred Willard. I'm here for Teens Want to Know.
You're watching Teens Want to Know.
I'm Jaime Moyer, and you're watching Teens Want to Know!
I'm Paul F. Tomkins. You're watching Teens Want to Know. Because they do. Ask them.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Is this good? Too close? Because I know it always seems farther apart on video. Right?
Teens want to know. Teens want to know. Teens want to know. Teens want to know. Let's go.
That's our new theme song.